spin, miss. Hey, welcome back. It's Monday. We're going to do factoring special cases. Remember, we pushed this from Friday because we spent more time on factoring trinomials with a is greater than 1. So here you can see that a is 4, a is 1, not a. A is the coefficient of the squared term, which, I guess I would count for that one too. It's going to be a mixed bag here, but they're all special. What makes them so special? Look at you. You think you're special? I don't think so. Let's figure out why it's special. So if we're going to factor this, there's something missing. We were doing trinomials all last week, and this is not a trinomial, this is a binomial. The middle term is missing. So the middle term, you can go ahead and write it in, is 0. Oh, 25. Okay. So we can still do our balancing act, okay? If you're going to do a guess and check method, let's start with that one. I'm going to guess that 4 was 2 and 2. Like 2m times 2m is 4m squared. I'm going to guess that. Now, since 25 factors are limited, I'm just going to guess that it's 5 and 5. Okay. And now we need our signs. You need to balance the outer and the inner. This is the outer term. Yeah. So that's the O. Let's call it the O. Okay. And that would be 2m times 5 is 10m. And then the inner term, right there, is also 10m. And you want that balance to be 0 when you get done. Your goal is right here in the middle. Oh, right. One of them would have to be positive, the other one would have to be negative. So if we simply had 10m minus 10m, those would cancel, and you would have 0m. Plus, minus. Done. You see why it's special? It's special because the middle term cancels. It's special because these numbers should jump out at you as special kinds of numbers. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, let's keep going. Instead of doing guess and check, this time I simply want to go over factor by grouping. I know this is probably overkill at this point, but you should know how to do it. Take the first times the last, and think of the factors of 4. How about 1 and 4 or 2 and 2? Using those, you have to get negative 4 in the middle. And if it's minus plus, it has to be minus minus. I think we need a negative 2 and a negative 2. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to split that up. Oh yeah, I use these little arrows on it. Into negative 2x and negative 2x. Those are the factors of 4 that we're using. We also bring down the 4x squared and we bring down the 1. 4x squared there, plus 1 over here. Now we do yeehaw, factor out GCF twice. So for these two, there's a lot going on there. I see a factor of 2 and I see an x. So we're going to take out a 2x. I'll put that in red or pink. And we're going to divide both terms by 2x. What do you get? Well, this would be 2x minus 1. Anything divided by itself is 1. Over there, I gave you a rule about this term specifically. If this term is negative, you factor out a negative. But these have no other things, they have nothing in common. So the only thing you're going to do is factor out a negative 1. Think of it like that. So take out a negative from both terms. And that basically just changes their sign. So this one's now positive, and that one's now negative. Oh, look, it worked. What do you know? We've got, in red, so we'll start with black, sorry. Take the black term and pull it out of there. 2x minus 1. And then in red, we have 2x minus 1. Fascinating. Those are the same. Oh, that's what makes them special, because they're identical binomials. Now, if you get that, you want to write it as a binomial squared, because anything times itself is squared. So this would be more simplified than what you have back here. Just like if you had x times x, you'd be like, oh, that's a really bad multiplication dot. There you go. There, I'm done. Like, you're not done. You need to multiply those together and get x squared, dude. This lesson brought to you by Powerade. Not really. You're special. You're special. What are we going to do? Let's do a guess and check again. N times n is n squared. 5 times 5 is 25. If there is no middle term, you're in this situation here, it's always going to be like this. It's always going to be the same binomial with a plus and a minus. Done. If you distribute this, you get n squared, you get negative 5n and positive 5n, cancel, and you get negative 25. Sweet. You want to keep going with that method? We can keep doing this. This is pretty fun. Or we can just write them down. Okay, I'm with you. A squared times a squared is a to the fourth, product rule. 3 times 3 is 9. Anytime you see the difference of two perfect squares, the difference of two perfect squares, the difference of two perfect squares, ignore the middle, okay? Anytime you see that, you split them up in identical binomials, and you make one a plus, and the other one a minus, and you're dead. Okay. So can we just roll with it? Is that okay? N squared times n squared, 7 times 7 plus minus. These are easier than what we were doing before. Is that too fast? Is that okay? You can fast forward me if you want. You can slow me down. It's up to you, but I think we should be able to do it at that kind of speed if we see this special case. Okay? All right, last one for today. Probably make this a 2-part lesson. We'll come back tomorrow and look at some more. What do we got? Anything or anytime you have a factoring, example, expression, whatever you're doing, you should always look to rope out a GCF. Here we go. That's a lasso, not a balloon. Yeehaw! What's in the lasso? 3. Okay, pull out a 3. Divide everything by 3. And don't lose track of the 3. So the 3's got to go here, and then we do our division. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. I get 2 there. And 3 divided by 3 is 1, and there's a b squared. Okay, this has to remain throughout. Now let's take a look at that. Do you not like the order of that? You could reorder it by degree. Okay. We can put the b squared first, if that's your choosing, plus 2b plus 1. Commutative property says we can do that. Okay, now I would like just to guess and check. I see plus plus here, plus plus there. So with the 3 out front, we're going to factor the trinomial. B squared is b times b. 1 times 1. Plus plus here, plus plus there. Does that get you the magical 2 in the middle? Well, I think the balance of 1b plus 1b is 2b. So I think we're good there. But it's special. It's like that one. You have the same thing twice. You should write it as a square. Okay? So final answer. 3 times b plus 1 squared. There you go. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. You trying to ruin my petting? Is that a French accent? Is it no good? Oh. I challenge you to a painting contest. Oh? And what does the winner get? Yeah, we both we both paint, and then we see who has the best picture. All right, fine. Okay, done. Oh, you want me to go first? Okay. I painted an expo marker, superhero, flying through the air to avenge his fallen brothers that you destroyed. Hey, avenge this! Alright, sorry I threw it at you. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? Wait, you got this at Walmart. Target. Sorry. Have a good Monday. Psych.